Alright, so this is like my fifth time trying to shoot this video, so hopefully it comes up. If it's on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up because I've been going through it, okay? Okay, so the first thing I had to do in order to change my life around was have faith and hope that I can actually change my life. I was kind of in this state of mind where I was kind of like stuck and like, oh my gosh, like I'm always gonna be like this, I'm always gonna be miserable, I'm always gonna be unhappy, I'm always gonna be sad, and I'm never gonna get to a point where I'm happy. Like I've been trying to be happy for a very long time and it's not happening, so this is just how it's supposed to be. No, you need to have a mindset and change your perspective and understand that whatever it is that you're going through, you can get out of it. You have to believe and have faith in the process that it's going to take time, but you can change your life around. And if you don't have that perspective, you're never going to see change because you're going to be comfortable being miserable. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be sitting here, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I only went to the gym 3 times this month, I'm supposed to be going 3 times a week. Okay, that was 3 more times you went to the gym than the month before, right? Okay then, so you have to kind of believe in yourself. You can't just sit here and be like, oh, like I'm never gonna, you know, I'm never gonna make a morning routine because I keep waking up at 11 o'clock. Then make your morning routine at 11 o'clock. It's gonna take time. You just need to put in the effort and believe in yourself and have faith and hope that, you know, you can overcome this. The second thing I really had to do was figure out what's the issue. Is the issue you? Are you the problem? Are you the drama? Are you the reason that you're unhappy? Or is it the environment that you're in? Is it, oh my gosh, hold on, my air conditioner turned on. Is it your environment that's making you feel the way you're feeling? Is it a toxic work environment? Are you in a major that you don't even like, but you're in it because your parents told you to be in it? Or you're in it because it sounds nice? Like, what is it that's causing you to feel the way you're feeling and making you want to change your life around in the first place? For me, I was in a major that I wasn't really happy with and I wasn't even motivated to do anymore, but I had already like came up with this conclusion, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, and I had no backup plan because I'm like, no, this is it, like this is it. And I just wasn't happy, but I was still trying to, it was like it was like feeling like a zombie. Like I'm just going through the motions. I'm not really like, you know, engaged or participating into what it was that I was doing in school. I just was there just to be there. Okay, so when you're figuring out what's the issue, you first need to figure out who you are now and who you want to be in the future. And another good thing to do to figure out what the issue is journaling. If you write things down and look back at it, I promise you, you would definitely find out what the issue is. Once you start writing things down, I would say write down everything, how you feel, whether it's good or bad, in your journal for a week. And at the end of the week, look back at your journal and be like, okay, what do I have on the table? What have I been writing? You can look back at how bad you talk about yourself, how bad you talk about the people around you, how negative you are. Like you might find things about yourself that you never knew. You might realize that your best friend is actually really toxic and you probably shouldn't be best friends with that person. Like you can discover so many things about yourself just by writing it down and looking at it later. The next step after you figure out what the issue is to make a plan on how to fix this issue. So my plan to fix the issue was prayer, worship, and therapy. Yes, I needed therapy. I felt like I had a relationship with God, and through like the little dark period of my time, I used to pray every day. I still was faithful in him. I still was believing that he can get me out of the situation, but I necessarily wasn't really doing the things I needed to do to get out of the situation. So when I built a deeper connection with him and I started worshiping more, praying more, watching more sermons, that's when I realized the things that needed to be done in order for me to live the life I want to live. It was through worship and all that stuff that really helped me kind of clear my mind and clear my headspace and get to a totally different level than I ever thought before. And it was just because I was praying, but I wasn't diving deep. I was just doing the bare minimum to get by, but I wasn't really advancing or leveling up my connection with God. So that was something for me. You can do what works for you, but that's what works for me. And I honestly feel like you can't do nothing in this life without God. So take that how you want it. Oh, and with therapy, nobody said just pray and worship and praise the Lord, and then you're not over here trying to get help from the resources and the tools that God has placed on this earth. Go to therapy. Thank you very much. Go to therapy. My problem was I would always stress and overthink about the future. So that was something that was like the main topic of when I went to therapy. We would always talk about my overthinking or my over planning. I would hate that I would plan things out and it wouldn't happen the way I planned it. I was always trying to be in control of everything, in control of, you know, aspects. Like whenever something was going wrong, I never asked for help. I just was trying to be in control of it, and that was my problem. And therapy and prayer and worship and reading my Bible really helped me get out of that funk and understand that, you know, it's okay to rely on the support system around you and to trust others around you and especially if they're there to try to help build you up. So lean on your support system. I don't know, a lot of people have been, I don't know, you know, who you are or whatever the case is, but there's people in your life who's been trying to support you for a very long time and you have not been listening to them. You don't want to depend on them because you don't want to be a burden. Honestly, you're going to be more of a burden when something progresses and now everyone's like, why didn't you ask me? Now it's so far gone that no one can even help you no more. It's out of their control. When they tried to help you when the situation was a little bit smaller, you know what I'm trying to say? So if that's the case, you know, lean on the support. If you have a solid support system, don't lean on that friend who never was there for you, or people who never, like, you know, gave you the time of day. You're trying to lean on people who really should not even be in your life. Lean on the people like your family and close friends who actually want to be there for you. The next thing, I ain't gonna catch, this is my favorite part. You throw away the junk. Oh my gosh, this is both metaphorically and physically, because first thing I did was throw away, I'm not gonna say I threw away people, I just fell back. And sometimes you need to do that. Even the people close to you who are really like good friends and stuff like that, sometimes you need to fall back from them too. They might have your best interest, but it may not be the best thing for you, you know? How do I say this? Sometimes you gotta fall back from your close friends too. Sometimes you need to take a break from bestie too, to really figure out what's going on in your life and really work on yourself. And that's okay. And if they're your friends, they should be able to support you and still be there and still understand that they're still your friends, they're still your family, you know, you're all close. You just need time to yourself to figure out what it is that you need to be doing in life. That doesn't mean start cutting off people. Wait, hold up. That doesn't mean start cutting off people left and right. Girl, I'm trying to go on this new journey, I'm gonna just cut you off. That don't mean that. That just means, you know, I'm not telling you to cut off your friends just because you're in a state where you don't want to interact with nobody. You want to be antisocial. You don't want to talk to nobody. So let me just start cutting people off. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just fall back a little bit from your friends. Sometimes you do gotta cut some people off. I ain't gonna cap with you. I know your best friend is your best friend, but she not really your best friend because she don't got your best interest at heart. But I'm not even gonna say anything because that's your business. I ain't trying to be in your business. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have to keep going for that. You know what I'm trying to say. And then the other part of throwing away the junk is throwing away clothes and things that don't represent who you are. How you dress is how you feel. Orange, as you can see, it just looks so good on me. Orange is my happy color and I love wearing orange. Why is this the only orange item in my closet? Why I don't have enough orange? I have an orange shirt, but I don't like the way it fits me. So, but why is this one of the only orange items I have in my closet if this is my happy color? Start wearing the things that make you feel good about yourself, that make you feel great. I realized my closet was filled of so much things from high school. I hated high school. Like, I was ready to graduate. I did not like the people there. I did not like the environment. I just was ready to go. I was ready to start college. So I realized I had so many outfits and clothes from high school that didn't represent who I was and who I wanted to portray to the world. So because of that, you know, it had to, you know, my nails not done. Please don't look at me. But yeah, like, We had to cut them off. We had to cut them off. And it feels so good to throw away all your clothes. But if you ain't got no money to buy more clothes, don't throw away all your clothes. You know, keep your essential item. But like, I threw away like most of my clothes and ended up with like 30 articles of clothing. And then now I'm building back up my wardrobe, figuring out what colors I actually like. Did I spill on y'all? Did y'all see that? Okay, I'm sorry. What makes you feel confident about yourself? Like, are you wearing like heavy, big, baggy clothes because they cute and the streetwear? Or are you wearing big, baggy clothes because you're insecure about your body? And that's something you need to work on and go to therapy for. And write affirmations on your mirror for. And on sticky notes. Because that's not okay. Love yourself. The next thing is self-care. I would say self-care is the nicest thing and the nicest part of changing your life around, because it feels so good to finally relax. It feels good to figure out what works for you. My thing, I started my self-care, well, all this took like about a year. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a year to change my life around, but I would say I started seeing immediate results after hope and faith that I'm actually going to change my life around. I would say it happened within 1 to 2 weeks that my whole perspective started to change. But when things started aligning and actually coming into fruition, and like permanent stuff in my life was changing, that like toxic work environment, the major I was in, all that stuff, that I would say that took the course of about a year to completely change my life around. But I saw results instantly. Like, I could see my progress, and that's what motivated me to keep going. So back to self-care, I just wanted to point out that like self-care is something great. So in the summer was like where I took a giant break. I didn't work and I didn't have class. Some people won't be able to do that. I don't know if you can completely get rid of any stresses in your life, but those are the two things stressing me out, and I completely got rid of both of them. I had a great support system. I went back home for the summer after college, and that's how I got to really spend time by myself. And my mom was totally okay with it because she saw how stressed out I was. My dad was okay with it, and I had like people and family willing to support me during that time. So during the summer, my self-care wasn't like doing little spa things or like doing facials or stuff like that. I know like a lot of influencers, they do like, oh, self-care day, and then like they're doing their face or whatever. For me, it was going to Publix. I don't know where you at, but Publix, you know, it's like a Walmart or Target or Kroger or whatever. But they have like, you know, the deli section. I would go to Publix and get sushi. The Publix sushi buzz. If you ain't never got out with the spicy mayo, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know nothing, okay? And get honeydew. And I would eat it together. Oh my gosh. And I would get a nice little drink. I don't know where I would get my drink from. I would get Dunkin'. I know coffee and sushi are like, ugh, that's disgusting, but mind your business, okay? I would eat a lot of Chinese food because it's my favorite type of food. I would try to wear colors that made me feel happy, so I would wear a lot of pastels and bright colors. Like, I was doing little things that self-care isn't just, you know, doing a spa day or, you know, doing maintenance, like doing your nails and stuff. It can just be what you eat that day can be self-care. Your favorite dish. Do you love, like, some people love steak and mashed potatoes, so you're gonna take yourself on a date and go eat at a restaurant by yourself. And if you don't want to eat at a restaurant by yourself, don't feel like you have to. Take the food to go, put on a nice movie in your room, and then do that. Like, that's self-care too. So that was something that I would say that was, and it felt, I kept beating myself up. Don't beat yourself up about like spending time for yourself and doing what's best for you. I was definitely a yes man. I definitely would say yes to everything. Somebody needed a favor from me, somebody needed something from me, I would be like, okay. Oh, they needed help with something, okay, I'll help you. And I never really like put myself first. And then like sometimes when I would put myself first, I would feel bad. People would make me feel bad about like, oh, so you're not gonna help? You're not gonna, what? I called you, you didn't answer. I'm like, fudge, can I get like 30 seconds? I'm like, crap, can I get like 30 seconds to myself? Like, I'm mentally not okay. I don't want to talk to you. And you shouldn't feel bad about not talking to people when you're not okay. Like, spend time by yourself. You gotta figure yourself out. And sometimes it takes months. Like, sometimes it takes months. And sometimes you might not be talking to people that much for months. And that's okay. As long as you're not trying to be like, withdraw yourself from the world and just be antisocial and back off from people because you don't want to interact, then that's something you should look into and really look at what's going on. But if it's just like, I just want to breathe. I just want to go through a week of solidarity and not talk to anyone and just vibe by myself and love myself. And that's important. I would say during the self-care week, a lot of people, they assume they love themselves and they never really actually sat down and say why they love themselves. So I would say during your self-care time, say reasons why you love yourself, why you admire yourself, why you think you're beautiful. And if you don't feel that way, then figure out ways that you can help yourself. Something to keep in mind is the transition over time. You're not gonna go from, okay, today I eat horrible fast food and tomorrow I'm gonna go vegan. Like, it does not work like that. For some people, they can do it. Some people have the will, some people have the drive, they can do it. But understand, sometimes it don't work like that. And that's okay. No one's telling you to rush this. As long as you're putting the work in every day and being positive about yourself every day, it will change. Some people are like, oh, it takes too long, da da da. Look how fast 2021 passed by. Look how fast the year was over with. Understand that. And how much has happened within 1 year. Look at 2020. Like, look how fast that happened. By the time you know it, it takes time, but by the time you know it, you're gonna be done with it, and it's not even gonna be an issue. Rather than going a whole year and still being stuck in the same state and still being miserable and still being comfortable with being miserable, like, it's not it. Why are you rushing the process? Rushing the process is the worst thing you could do, because now you're getting to your goal without quality. Oh yeah, you made a morning routine and you went to the gym 4 times a week, but you still weigh the same because you didn't actually take the time to create a sustainable workout routine that actually fits your body type and the way you live your life. And so you never saw yourself lose weight because you weren't even eating right, because you rush your routine. So you gotta understand that, understand yourself and stuff like that, and understand where you want to be and how to get there, and that it's going to take time. And last but not least is watch your progress. Keep journaling, make little video diaries for yourself, do little things that you can make, you know, like have little reminders that show you the journey that you're on and where you've been. And then when you look back and be like, damn, in January I was sad. In March, I quit my job. In August, I was scared about the new semester. And now in December, I feel totally better about everything and all the decisions I've made so far. Understand that your journey is your journey. No matter if you make mistakes or errors in life, you can get through it. And understand that you have the ability to bloom into something beautiful and blossom into a new creation. And that's why I named myself Fenya Bloom, because I'm constantly evolving. I'm never the same person, and so is everyone else. Like, you're always going to be growing and becoming a new version of yourself. Understand that, hone into it, and like, believe in yourself. Like, have faith. Like, oh my God, God is always with you. So understand that as well. Like, he's really trying to work in your life, and allow him to do so. Allow him to do so. So if you like this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe and like, comment, and you know, tell me things about yourself that you're working on, and maybe I have advice, or maybe somebody else might have advice for you. So yeah, if you like this video, like I said, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you bloom into the person that you want to be. Bye guys.